Hello. I am back, and my name is Abigail, if you didn't know, and I am designing a cute little holiday outfit. Now, I have been really feeling a bit of the holiday spirit this year. Last year, I was sick with, I was sick. I'm just going to say that. And I was so tired pretty much the entire lead up to the holiday season that I really feel like I did not get to enjoy the holiday season. And this year I am not sick and I am super excited for it. And we had a bit of snow this morning and I was inspired to do a cute little holiday outfit, and I like coats. And so it's kind of the focal point for me was this cute little coat. And that's really what I wanted to do when I drew this, and I got inspired from the pose because I was doing some quick little pose references this morning where it's like where you go to a site and it gives you so many different poses and you have so much time to do them. And this was one of the poses that I drew this morning, and I really liked it, and I thought it would be cute, kind of sassy for this little jacket that I had in mind. And so, I am sketching in a Rendr Sketchbook. It is not a bound one. Well, it is a bound, but it's not spiral bound. It's kind of the one where you tear out pages. And, I am sketching. I don't even know the brand of this pencil, not gonna lie. That pencil's so old. It is like, 7 years old. I've had that pencil as long as I can remember. So, don't know the brand. I don't know the brand of the little green eraser either, but I do know that you can find it at Blick for like a couple bucks, I think. I love it. And the kneaded eraser is just a kneaded eraser, but this specific one I also get from Blick. It is Blick brand, just so you know. And so here I am sketching. I had great fun with this piece, and it was fun to color again. I feel like sometimes creating little characters and outfits is what I love, and sometimes I feel like I get so busy with everything else that I forget to take time to myself to draw the things that I love and the things that inspire me. So that's what I was doing a little bit here today. So I had originally had no hood on this little jacket, but I love the idea of like the fur-lined coat with the hood that comes up over your head, and it's just cute, I think, what princess was it? Belle, I think, had the cloak that had the fur-lined hood on it. And I always just thought that was so adorable. So the reason I was doing pose practice today, well, first off, if you are a beginner, which I still feel like a beginner some days, not gonna lie, but I have been drawing for as long as I can remember, and I am 22, so yeah, that's a long time, and I just have been feeling really kind of stagnant in my art. Like, I've just been feeling like I am not progressing as fast as I wanted to. I feel like the way I draw has not been feeling great, so that is what had me sitting down this morning to do some posing practice. I just really felt like drawing some from real life is where I can kind of find what I have been missing, what I have been searching for in my art, kind of thing, the skill level that I feel like I can reach, and I definitely feel like that's going to be a big goal of mine in 2022. So, if you did not know anything at all about me, I'm going to tell you one thing. I absolutely love the new year. Like, the whole setting goals and kind of evaluating yourself, reflecting on the past year. I am a huge, huge, huge goal setter, and it really is just something that I don't know what I would do if January 1st was just another day. That is one of the most important days, it feels like to me. I love self-reflection kind of thing. I know, I'm kind of weird like that. I love lists. I love planning. I love goal setting. I love being organized. I love it so much. And every year I get a new bullet journal, because I bullet journal, in case you didn't know, and I create all the spreads that I need to track for the year or whatnot, and I just have a ball with it. And this past year I completed my first ever journal, because I usually lose steam about halfway through the year and I would drop off for a couple months or whatever, but I completed the whole journal cover to cover. It didn't even fit December. I am using a little sketchbook for December to finish it because it didn't fit in my bullet journal. So yeah, and I have just been super stoked to get started in the new one. I ordered it already and just a great time. So I am almost done with the sketch. I chit-chatted away. I always ink off screen just because you just watched me sketch it. There's no need for you to watch me line it too. And I am a very face to the paper kind of person when I am lining, so it's just, you wouldn't see anything anyway. So I am using my Copic markers, and on this sketchbook, kind of a little not great segue into the video again. I'm the Rendr Sketchbook. When you lay the ink down, it turns like this gray color. It looks awful. When I first bought one, I thought it was messed up. It really wasn't. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with this paper? It's gray. These markers don't work. And then it dried and I'm like, oh, okay. So I do highly recommend testing your markers, you know, kind of, if you buy one of these Rendr sketchbooks, kind of have a piece of paper from it that you use to just test the colors, because I'm not gonna lie, these colors turn out great. I'm not disappointed in them, but one of the blues I chose was really dark, and it turned out really dark on this paper, and that was not my intention. It doesn't look bad. It looks great. It just was really dark, not gonna lie. But no, this outfit is so cute. I love the ruffles. They're just so adorable. I debated doing a longer dress, but I wanted to be able to see the little booties. This is the blue, by the way. It just was so dark. And I do recommend, I have noticed in my experience with the Rendr Sketchbook that I feel like if you wait too long after you lay a color down, it doesn't blend very nicely. So I feel like your chances of blending are immediately after you lay it down. So that's why eventually you can see I'm holding all the markers in my hand and alternating, and I am going in and blending everything out as soon as I lay it down, because if you can see a bit of a stroke in the lightest color there on the left, just because I didn't move fast enough. And so I was like, oh, well, I learned my lesson. So, and it was just fun. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up what I was talking about before. New Year stuff. So this year I had broken my year up into 4 quarters, because I'm a very monthly person. I'd have monthly trackers, monthly, things that I filled out every month. And I always just felt like I set monthly goals. I always felt like a month was too short to get some of these goals done. And I'd get discouraged if I couldn't get all the things I wanted to done in a month. And honestly, that's no way to be, because some things come up. Some months are busier than other months. You just never know. And so this past year, I did quarters. And I really enjoyed that, because then if one month fell behind, I still had other times to play catch up a bit. And I really liked that setup. So I'm excited to try that out again this year. And not to mention that my Etsy store has been doing fantastic. Not to toot my own horn, but I think it is a little deserved. I sell all kinds of cute things over there. Lots of stickers, bullet journal stickers, prints, and more. Tons of stuff. I have like 100 items almost now. So if that kind of stuff interests you, head on over to my Etsy. If you like seeing art, my art especially, head on over to my Instagram. They are both linked in the description. And now that I have done my little plug, besides the fact that if you like this video, go ahead and please comment. I'd love feedback. If you like my stuff, like me, you want to hear me ramble some more, be my guest, hit subscribe, and I will be eternally grateful for it. Okay, now back to the artwork. As you can see, I just did The color scheme was blue, wintry holiday. I loved the double buttons up the coat, and I love kind of the fitted in the torso, flare out at the hips kind of coats. I had one once a long time ago when I was younger. It was my favorite. It was not near as cute as this. It was black, and honestly, it was just... it was actually really boring compared to this, but I loved the pop of burgundy in this, and just how it flares out like over top of the super puffy dress. It's just, this whole thing was adorable, and if I could pull this off, I totally would. I do some light shading on this. The focal point wasn't necessarily the shading, it was mostly the dress. Not the dress, it was mostly the coat. Goodness, what am I saying? And I gave her the cute little glove, mostly to hide the fact that I totally messed up her hand when I was inking. The sketch was a little messy, and sometimes I do that to myself. I go in with the ink, and I probably should have went in with a thinner pencil to kind of hash out some details, and then I go in with the ink, and I totally fuck it all up. Like, if my sketch doesn't have where my lines need to be, when it's something as tricky as hands, nah, they're not looking good. And I love the idea of kind of ombre bedazzles, ombre sparkles. So that is what I did, and I used a light blue Posca pen. It's like the skinniest one you can get, I'm pretty sure. And I do cute little snowflakes and sparkles all the way down, concentrating on the chest and shoulder area. And then I also do later on, I think. Yeah, here I go. I pull out a Uniball white gel pen. I switch sizes because the one size wasn't working too hot. And I do all sorts of fun detailing on her. Put more white sparkles, the eyes, the cheeks, the lips. I put some sparkles in the ruffles, hit the highlights of the shoes, all that fun stuff. And then I do go in, and I do add a touch more shading and definition and stuff with, I touch up some mistakes too, because I cannot color in the lines. I'm an adult, and I cannot color in the lines. I just don't have the patience. But anyway, and then I do bust out my Prismacolor colored pencils, and like I said, I take the light blue, add a bit of highlighting, more subtle than like a gel pen would, and I do later snag a pretty dark one and a really dark like bluish purpley one, and I color like the arm that is behind and whatnot, just add a bit of definition. And this is my favorite colored pencil. It's this purpley color, and I use it to kind of add some shadows to the skin. It's like a touch warm. It really just, I love it. I've used it for years in the shadows, and I just love the touch it adds to it. There I am with the dark pencil, like I had said. Got a little out of order. And I hope if you celebrate any kind of holidays this winter for me, this December season, I hope you have a great time. Hopefully get to see some family, maybe eat some good food, have fantastic fun. And here I use a green, and I add a bit of kind of like a highlighty. I don't know. I thought it was fun. I like putting like colored pencils over top of dark markers. And I add a bit thicker lash line because I don't want to do that before I color in case of smearing. And she is, forgot the white eye highlights, and then she is done. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you like this cute little girl. Have a great day and stay safe. Bye.